Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Aren't You Filmmaker, where filmmaking and entrepreneurial hacks come together in order to become a better and more successful filmmaker and video pro. I'm your host, Shmuley Hoffman. Do you travel and fly for your business and film production jobs? Do you spend lots of money to rent the gear you need in order to do an amazing job? Or how about this? Often on location, you don't even get the gear that you're actually looking for. Have you had the experience working with someone else's equipment? It can be pretty frightening, at least for me, and often doesn't get the same results as if you would work with your own gear. I don't want to leave behind my equipment that I know so in and out. Whether it's my 3-point lighting kit, audio gear, camera, crane, dolly, tripod, monopod, and so on and so on. Shall we do the suitcase trick? Let's go. What if we could just bring all your favorite gear on a trip when you go, for example, by airplane, and put everything just in a suitcase? Wouldn't it be cool if you could bill your clients the rental fee for your extra gear and finance in that way piece by piece for your equipment, instead of wasting all the money to the rental location that you have to get, when you go to your new location abroad? Additionally, you would charge just a fraction to your client. You charge them maybe 50% of that rental fee and save you in airfare luggage fees. Wouldn't that be a win-win situation for everyone? First, I want to make a disclaimer before I move on. I seldom trust other gear reviews on filmmakers' website. I know there are good intentions behind most of the people who do a gear review, but there is really no way that a review of a Canon piece can be unbiased when there is advertising on the sidebar for the same piece of gear from Canon. So that is the reason why I'm not sharing any gear links in this post. I have the exact name spelled out for you for each piece, and I write it on the title so that you can find it yourself on the web easily. Okay, that's my disclaimer. First, in general, where should you buy your gear? I suggest that you get everything I mention here in a used store, either on B&H or on eBay or on Amazon. Unlike camera bodies, where I don't suggest to buy them used, this stuff can be easily examined and checked for flaws. Okay, so let's go. I use a lot of gear: lighting equipment, audio gear, camera crane, camera dolly, tripod, and so on. The reason is because I want to make the films look expensive, because expensive means that the client gets a lot of value. I want to be able to deliver the same quality of production, whether I'm doing it here or abroad or in any other remote location. I researched for many, many years the best combination of gear that fits together, tested out all kinds of different versions and combinations, and here are my findings. I have just a quick break. Let me just quickly drink a little sip from my unadvertised thing, because I'm not advertising here. This is the Suitcase. It's a Samsonite Flight polycarbonate suitcase. I chose a bright color, like in this case red, because I want to be able to identify my luggage when arriving at the new airport. Next, my tripod. I use the Miller Solo 20 tripod. I can remove the fluid head so it shrinks and fits into my suitcase like this. I think for the money, it's one of the best tripods because you can get it high up and super low as well. It can handle a pocket dolly with a pretty heavy head on top of it, plus the camera and all accessories. My lighting kit. Often, when I go on a trip, I know that I have to carry out interviews, for example. I use those little foldable Manfrotto 5001B nano black light stand. They go up till approximately 6.2 inches or feet. You know what, I grew up in Germany, 6.2 feet, I think. They are great and hold each of my LED lights. I use for my light kit 2 solar ENGs from Light Panels. They are great for hair light and background light and all kinds of creative stuff that I'm doing with it. You can flood and spot them. I'm really in a kind of, love-hate relationship with them. They have the best and most powerful light throw for the size, and the light quality is really, really unparalleled. But, and it's a huge but, they break super easy. Come on, light panels, you can do better than that for $750. See this plastic housing here? For this price tag, a plastic housing? Really? I have had them exchanged already 4 to 5 times by light panels. I have to say, in light panels' defense, they have amazing and very, very generous customer service. They exchanged my units even though they were out of warranty. Nevertheless, they are really not made for normal day-to-day filmmaker action. Pay attention here with the on-off ring. You see this? Can be a little loose. It's super flimsy, attached to the housing with a little piece of plastic and a screw. So I suggest those lights only if you are not cash strapped. And the reason why I in general suggest those lights, I have to be honest, I didn't find anything that is as light, as powerful, and as beautiful as those lights. So light panels, please do something, up your game. Others have shown that you can do a metal housing for much cheaper. So on the opposite of the spectrum, there is this key light that I have here. This is an amazing, great key light to an unbeatable price. It costs roughly on Amazon $200. It's from Photodiox. It's called Ring Light Pro LED. And light panels, you see, a metal housing doesn't need to cost that much. The light is really, really great. The only drawback that I could find on those is that, the dimming is not all the way down to 0. You see that? So the only way of dealing with that is that you use gels, frosted gels that dim down this light because it's a very strong light source. Why can't anyone make a perfect light? I would even pay $300 or $400 if you could make it dimming down. In addition, I carry a collapsible reflector with me. It functions as my black flag, diffusion, and fill light. You might know I love dollies. They give the footage kind of an epic look, and my clients love them as well. I have tried myriads of them, the cheap ones and the little bit more expensive ones, but most of the sliders out there have this type of rails. You see that? They're kind of exposed, like this one or this one. See, the carriage is gliding on the aluminum rails. Guess what happens if you dent the rails? Your shots will be for the trash can. My shots got wobblier and wobblier, wobblier and wobblier. Yes, you can exchange the rails here and there, or like this one, you can actually exchange the plastic strips on top of the rails. But come on, I can't wait 4 weeks without the glider till I get it back from the repair service. I don't want to have a diva as a glider, right? My focus is filmmaking. My focus is making a living and making money. So I want to work quickly. What is the alternative? The alternative is the closed system like this Cinovate here. See this? The rails are protected, and even if something hits the outer case, it still is smooth like butter. This one, I think, is the best for its size and buck. It's a Cinovate Atlas FLT 26-inch. Why inch? Feet? Damn it. It's roughly $600, but you can probably get it at Amazon used maybe for $400, $450. That's what I did. I think we're halfway through this post. I'm hungry. You hungry? Maybe I can offer you some chips. 1 second, where are they? Here are the chips. So, take first. It's Terra chips, it's very healthy, so, oh, no advertising, sorry. It's whatever chips. Here, take some. Cheers. Did you enjoy it so far? In life, it's always good to have a little break, even for a video. And you know what? If you're not interested, you probably turned off the video anyway. So, in German they say, warum rülpset und furzet ihr nicht? Hat es euch nicht geschmecket? Oh, I have a better idea. Why don't you skip forward? I will let you know the time code. But how? I don't know the time code yet. I haven't edited it. I think I can't do it for too long. You know what? In entre filmmaker money, time is money. I think I'll waste your money right now. but it's too delicious. No, I go with another one. Oh wow, you took quite a lot. Now, every glider needs obviously a head. You know, I use with the Cinovate slider a Manfrotto 502 video head. Costs roughly 190 bucks. So a crane was, you know, impossible to take on a trip, especially, you know, in one suitcase with all the other stuff together, till today. This is a crane. This is the whole thing. I have tried some other cranes, also another Kessler crane for a little cheaper, but I have to say this one is the way to go. I would not buy anything else unless you have really big cameras. Well done, Eric Kessler. Thank you very much for that. Really, really well done. I have still something between my teeth. When it comes to changing gear to gear. So for example, you have a tripod and you want to put up a crane, and then you have to quickly switch, and then you put up a dolly, and then quickly switch, and you have to put up a camera, for example. You can't just always screw something, you know, on and off, on and off. The best solution obviously is to use a quick release plate. So when I started, I used the Manfrotto quick release plates. They get really sticky, especially with heavier setups. And you lose shots because you can't change it quick enough. I bit the bullet and I found this kind of plate that's also from Kessler. It's a fabulous piece of engineering. It is very simple to use and very easy, but it comes with a very, very high price tag. I bought probably 6 or 7 of those, and each of them are fasten seatbelts please, $140 each. Eric Kessler, can you help us with this? Come on, $140. I know it's genius what you did here, but can't you help us a little? We are sometimes poor filmmakers. Where's the quick release plate? Now, it was so quick that it disappeared. Now, if you are an entre filmmaker on a budget, obviously this is not your choice. I would get and start with the Manfrotto ones. I know it's a pain in the butt, but at least it's faster than not having a quick release plate altogether. What are we doing with camera? So what about the camera? Where do we put the camera? I use a Pelican case that I can take with me on the plane as hand luggage. My audio gear, when I'm flying, is very simple usually. I'm using a Sennheiser wireless kit. It works very well and it's indestructible. I had someone kicking it, I had someone falling onto it, throwing it, it all still works. Lastly, I get a luggage scale from Traveling that I buy usually from Marshall's or TJ Maxx. They don't have it always, but often enough. So don't get it from, you know, a travel store or even Amazon. In Marshall's or TJ Maxx, it's at least 2 to 3 times cheaper, and I think it's really worth it. I use it because there is obviously a limit of the amount of weight that you can bring with you without paying extra on each luggage item. So usually it's 50 pounds with most airlines. So in my example here, I pay probably a little bit more for the higher load. It's still cheaper than renting the gear at the new location, and it saves me time because I don't need to look around and find that store and maybe they don't have the rental gear I'm looking for. There you have it, my complete studio in one suitcase. I hope you like this and it helps you to become a better filmmaker, a more efficient filmmaker. And you know, let me know what kind of MacGyver tricks you use and discovered for traveling. Lastly, if you like those kind of hacks and tools, please subscribe to my email-only updates below. I really try to take care, you know, of our tribe here and get you only stuff, you know, that's really, really practical, that really pushes forward your career as a filmmaker and as a businessman. So thank you so much for watching. I love you and see you very, very soon. All the best. Bye. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Entre Filmmaker, where filmmaking and entrepreneurial hacks come together. And in order to be a loser. I'm a loser, babe. Oh, wow, I'm so nervous. Wow, look. Look at me, this is crazy. I need a drug. Which drug should I use today? What drug should I use today? I need some alcohol here. Oh, now I have to PG this show. My little cocaine here. No, it's not cocaine. Promise you, I don't want the drug administration here with me. Here's the proof. I'm taking drugs. I want that you guys see what I drink. It's basically starting with C and ends with C. No, C and C. Whew! Killing it. Killing what? Something is with my pronunciation today. How is this? Is this kosher? Don't shoot. The filmmaker you want. And we have to make this now again and more convincing. Lastly, if you like those, would be a television show, I will have now some advertising, but since we don't advertise here on Entre Filmmaker, well, you have to bear with me. But the problem now is I have all the stuff between my teeth. That's how I brush my teeth, with that soda, because it's so aggressive to, that you can even dissolve a nail in it. So I figured, I can just brush my teeth with that.